Hey, what is good, friends? And welcome back. I'm your host, 44 Mag, and today we are doing a few things. We're drinking at the bistro. I want to recap our conquest, and let's talk. We're gonna talk about buying your kills. I'm glad I saw a Vilnazi. Because she pointed out something. She made a post about a stat pattern that was kill trading to obtain the God of War skin, and something similar is happening or may happen during the Brave Spat event. What is good, friends? I hope you're having a great week so far. I'm still away from work for another week. It's a holiday for me. I'm in vacation, so I've been pumping more content. We had a terrific conquest, super active. It was a total and complete victory. Super happy. So a lot of things are going on, and I hope everything is going well for you. I see some familiar faces: Tien, Anissa, Val, or Vil, Nazi, sorry. And welcome to all the viewers, subscribers, and supporter of the channel. The bistro will open in 5 seconds. And hopefully I can awaken the Desert Hunter, the Desert Jäger. So, all right. Nobody is attacking me. That's amazing. So there you have it. Bistro just opened. And we have this interesting officer. We're going to talk about him. But before we do, let me do a recap on how the bistro works for the new viewers out there, or the new commanders playing Warpath. You have two types of officers. You have the free-to-play officers that can be awakened with the universal statues or their own statues that can be obtained from different events, different mission. And then we have the bistro officers, or the exclusive lounge officers. Those officers, they are more powerful. They have better skills. Some of them may be overpowered. And to obtain them, you can only obtain them once a month when the bistro opens for a few days. I think the bistro stays open for a week, 5 days. And this is the place you can awaken those officers. But those officers, they require their own statues. They cannot be awakened with the universal statues. And to obtain their own statues, you need to drink some cocktails at the lounge. Not the regular beer at the dive bar. You need to be at the exclusive lounge. And to obtain those drinks, you can either purchase them for money, or you can convert up to 120 beers into 40 cocktails. It's a 3-to-1 conversion ratio. So usually, if you use your free statues, you can expect awaken a bistro officer in a year, maybe a little bit more than a year, depending of your luck. If not, you can expedite this process by purchasing packs. But those officers are quite strong, and I mean, that's the price to pay if you want to get the upper hand, because they do make a difference on the battlefield. They are way more powerful. They have some amazing sets of skills. I have a few of them, and let me recap on some key officers based on my experience. What do you think about making 3333 Steel Phoenix before maxing out Cowboy from 4333? Is Steel Phoenix at 3 all around decent enough for free-to-play player to use? That's a tough call. Tien, that's also an interesting question. Let me review her skill right now.
Oh, this is killing me, so we
3
better
all
hurry.
around. So you deal 1150 tactical damage, plus you gain a 9% damage intensity for 8 seconds. That's not amazing. At 1400, I would say we're getting there, but at 1150, that's on the low end. This one at 3, so 5, 3, 9%. Did I read this? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1150. This one, 579. So 9% normal attack boost and 5% load time reduction. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough call. Ooh, that is a good question, team. I don't know what to say. Usually the exclusive lounge officers, some of them are okay, not fully awakened, but most of them really shine when they are fully awakened. Let's say the artillery ones, so you gain that extra range. As for Steel Phoenix, well, I don't know, Tien. I don't want to make that call. I would wait. I don't know. Wonder it's just me, or opening all at once gives you way more than opening 10 at once. Vil, I think it doesn't matter. I think it's just inside your head. Your perception. I don't think it does matter. So let's go back to the lounge. Right there. So let me do a brief recap on the previously awakened officer. I mean, some of you are working on older officers or previously released officer, and you may want a second advice or just somebody to confirm your choice. Arbitrator. I don't know if he's popular among you guys. Arbitrator, at first I was skeptical. I was almost disappointed by this officer, because as to tank a base solo, he just had a little bit more damage resist. But he really shines when you are in charge of a artillery group, as when he tanked the base, or when somebody else tanked the base, and you have Arbitrator as a leading another super heavy tank. Both of those super heavy will share the aggro, saving you a lot of reserve, saving you a lot of artillery. Unless it's a mega well, most of the time you will lose very little amount of troops. He's very economic when you're leading a rally to blow up some bases. I mean, you can blow up bases after bases after bases, and you barely lose anybody. Even if the base have the blue pills, pop the blue pills, which is the fortification wall buff, he just eats the aggro like it's popcorn. So beautiful, amazing officer, overpowered, ideal for not only base-to-base player, but mostly when you're leading rallies of howitzers. Okay. Madame Vindicta, amazing officer, a tremendous amount of officer skill. She's similar to Lady Liberté, but she does deal more damage, more skill damage than Lady Liberté. I'm not going to talk about the officers I didn't awaken. Cowboy, great for any unit, tank or howitzer, even anti-tank gun. His tactical skill increase is regular damage, a normal attack, I mean, with a damage boost. He have this tactical skill where he pulls back the enemy toward you while he's pulling back the enemy, or pulling the enemy near him. The enemy cannot attack, so kind of useful to chase down tanks. Steel Phoenix, I like her on the light tank, but she works also great on the main battle tank, even the helicopter. She deals a lot of damage. She has some passive healing, red heat. Even if she doesn't have the extended range, she is one of the best howitzer officer out there. Splash damage, she's a class leader. She will most of the time destroy 4 troops at once. Very powerful. Darkwing, a good damage dealing officer for fighter plane. Lord of Order, he still got it. I don't use him anymore, but a lot of commanders still use him. He have some amazing setup skill, especially this offense type, which gives you 20% damage intensity plus another 20% damage intensity if your target have a shield. Lady Liberté, super popular. She sling led at 5 grids, kind of useful. She got a good tactical skill. She can one-shot pretty much everyone. Professor Payne is getting older, but he's also useful. I don't use him anymore, but I do love his adrenaline skill that will boost the officer skill by 30%. Then we have Saber of the Nation. I still use him time to time. He's really useful on the rocket truck, thanks to his tactical skill. Anyways, that's it for the officers. Let's go back to Desert Jäger. So we will awaken him, hopefully, if I'm lucky enough. And let's review his skills real quick. First skill, the tactical one, Ruthless Storm. Deals 1500 damage. At max value, it's 1800. And then he will activate the ambush mode. Ambush mode will slap your enemy with 600 damage on top of the tactical skill, which is pretty violent. His first passive skill, called Heat Core, applies to every armor. It's a special type skill. If the officer is in a tank or helicopter troop, reduces the troop's load time by 10%, and increases the critical strike rate on its normal attack by 30%. Ooh, that is a good skill. That was one of the first skill I maxed. I'm a huge fan of the load time reduction, especially on a fast firing unit like the light tank. It will turn your autocannon into a machine gun, and then increase the critical strike rate by 30%. So quite a useful skill. Now the second special skill, called Mirage Cover, applies to every armor, increases the normal attack resilience of this officer's tank and helicopters by up to 15%, and grants their troop a 10% chance to dodge enemy attacks. Dodging feature is kind of new. Margarita also have a dodge skill. Kind of hard to test that, but we will find out eventually. This is kind of a protection skill disguised as a special one. Now his last passive skill, Predator's Mark, offense type. It's universal, applies to every unit. Increases the damage intensity of this officer's troop by 25% when the target enemy's HP is above 75%. So when you make contact, the damage intensity is further increased by 5%. So 30% damage intensity when you enter combat. When your target drops HP 75 less than 75%, you lose 5% of damage intensity. Once you awaken those 4 skills, you will unlock the Doom Ghost passive skill. While not in combat, this officer's tank and helicopters recover 5% HP per second, 5 times more than Spanner. Upon entering combat, this officer's troop immediately gain ambush for 8 seconds. So imagine that you make contact with an enemy at a unit, you deal 600 damage immediately, granted that you hit those critical strike, which you should with the light tank, even the main battle tank. Then 8 seconds after, you deal 1800 damage plus another 600 And when you leave combat, you recover HP. So you paired with Steel Phoenix, you have this active healing, and with Desert Jäger, you have this passive healing. That will be interesting. I cannot wait to try this officer, and hopefully I can test him on this battlefield. It's gonna be challenging because the alliance is locked, and I need to find somebody willing to give his troop away. Kill trading, but the event is over. Now let's go. Let's drink up. I will use my free drink. Yeah, arbitrator Etienne, I am telling you, we smoked so many bases during that conquest, and every time I was active, I was leading a rally with 3 super heavies and 12 howitzer, and we were unstoppable, basically. All right, so the free drink is consumed. I have 7 statues overstock. Let's convert those tokens. Let's convert the maximum. So I will convert 120 beers into 40 cocktails. Okay, and we're gonna drink them 10 by 10. Oh, come on, I need one more statue to awaken lady, but I ran out of and can't buy any packs. The event lasts 4 more days, JVP1. So hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after or the next day, you will obtain that free statue. I'm sure you will. Okay, I have faith in you. So let's drink 10 by 10. First 10 drinks, 6 statues. All right. We're off to a good start. 6, now 8 statues. 8. Let's drink some more. 12. 12 statues. 19. And I'm out of not a good pool for those free drinks. 19 statues, that's below average. I do have 7 more statues. Oh, this one is a good pull. Now I'm at 29. 29 still. 29, 30 statues. 33 statues. 34. 35. Okay, so 35 out of 47 drinks. That's not bad. But my luck may run out, may fizzle when I will purchase those statues. Usually that's what happened. Okay, I do have some free rolls. 3 more drinks. 3 more statues. 8 more drinks. Oh yeah, 8 more statues, I believe. So let's drink more. Oh, 5. So I'm at 35. Yeah, I'm at 40 statues now. $41 statue. Okay, 41 statues for absolutely free. I'll take that. It's a 1-for-1 ratio. No, not really, because I never mind what I said. 41 statues. 5 more drinks. Let's drink those drinks. Let's drink up. Drink with moderation, of course. It's not good for your brain and your liver. 2 more. I'm at 43 statues. Okay, 43 statues so far. I'm writing it down. Gambling stream, let's go. Ooh. I will need to purchase some packs. Which reward do I take? I will go with the cogs. I no longer need any Air Force merchandise or bonus or speed up or resources, sorry. Okay. Now I have 160 cocktails. Let's go 10 by 10. Oh, you did, Emerson. Good job. Congratulations. 5 statues. 12. 16. 23. 25. 25 plus 5, 30. 34. 34, 30 plus 5, 39. Oh, 27. That is a good pull. Wow. Another one. Another good one. 10 statues. Hey, Vil, if you're still in this stream, you want to hear something funny? Regardless, you know, during that officer assembly event, you pointed out that you could purchase those chests. Oh, 14. You thank you. Oh my. Thank you, Sky Player. Oh, thanks a lot. A big shout out to Sky Player. Huge supporter. Another W. So I was about to say, Vil, if you're still in this stream, that you pointed out you could purchase Desert Jäger statues with those boxes you could purchase during the assembly event. Paid actor. And that's what I did. I purchased a few. I think there was 40 chests. I don't know how much chests. I purchased half of those chests and convert them into Desert Jäger statues. Then the day after, I purchased the remaining chest, but I did a big boo-boo. I converted those chests into Margarita statues. And I said, what did I done? I don't need Margarita. So I was upset and I called support and I explained the situation, but I said too much. I opened my big mouth like a big dummy. Basically what I said is, can you convert those statues into Desert Jäger? And VIP support said, you're not supposed to have Jäger statues during that event. And it was too late now. So to make a long story short, the statues I converted into Jäger, I kept them, but the one that I converted into Margarita that I wanted to turn into Desert Jäger, they reverted into chest value so I could pick any officer, but they remove Desert Jäger from that option. They remove any exclusive lounge officers. It was a problem on their side, and thanks to me, they fixed that problem. I mean, thanks to me. I should have been more careful, but it is what it is. No big deal. So let's collect those free roll. Yes, Teen, I was able to purchase those exclusive lounge officers through the chest. You could. It's Vilnazi who told me that. I know it's a bug, but I took advantage of it. All right, so let's upgrade this boy right there. I will go for his tactical skill first, because I think it's a good skill. Warpath without bugs wouldn't be Warpath. Now I'm almost there. I need 48 statues. We can do that. We can do that. 5. I'm out of statues. Oh, let me collect those 15. I don't need much. Let me verify something. I don't want to buy statues I don't need. I need 28 statues. 28 statues. I think one big pack will be enough.
There are no winners. As I said, shells don't have eyes.
Now I should be okay. 6. Oh, 16. Oh, I don't need much. Maybe will I do? I think I'm missing few. I think I'm missing a few. Let's go with this one. Or maybe this one. How much drink? 8 drinks? Nah, 8 drinks not enough. Maybe it's enough. 8 drinks. Yeah, I think it should be enough. Yeah, it is enough. Yeah. I will awaken that guy. That cutscene never gets old. Awakening, there you go. He looks like Sub-Zero. While in combat, this officer's tank and helicopters recover 5% HP per second. Upon entering combat, this officer's troop immediately gain ambush for 8 seconds. Bada boom, bada bing. Alright, ooh, that portrait is cool. You have some main battle tanks in the background. He's wearing that mask, a dust mask, I believe. Yeah, pretty cool portrait. Which one you prefer? This one's not bad either, but this one with the background.
The desert doesn't care how big you got.
All right. Now for those progress reward, I don't need that officer. Maybe which officer should I go for? I don't know. This one, I guess.
This feeling of accomplishment is
there you go. Because if I should I wait? I think I'm gonna wait. I don't need her. I don't need her. I don't want her now that the new Air Force officer's release. He is, in my opinion, better than the paid one. Let me just spin that wheel real quick. All right, friends. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Anissa, thank you. Now, we're going to test this officer. I'm going to try to find somebody who is willing to donate his troops for the sake of this stream. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, he is coming from Doom. Yep, that reminds me a villain from Doom, or maybe a hero from that movie. Now we got this this officer, and right now the skill training I put is another load time reduction from War Machine, and the offense skill of Rapier, which gives whenever this officer's tank or helicopter troop lands a critical strike with its normal attack, increases its damage intensity by 5% for 8 seconds, can stack up to 5 times. So every time I land a critical strike, which I will, especially with those 2 officers, I gain a 25% damage intensity. On Steel Phoenix, I have the amazing skill of Lord of Order, a 20% damage intensity buff, plus another 20% damage in time space, plus another 20 if the target have a shield, and I have a balance skill of Bear, which gives me 10% damage intensity and 10% damage resist. Yep, I got him time space. Yes, JVP1, the Fleeting Arrow, really strong, but now since I have this guy, Silver Fox, some report is as good or even better than Fleeting Arrow. So that's why I rather keep my statues. Anyways, I will think about that. Al Hussein. Ooh, Al Hussein got some. Wow, look at that. 10 and 3, 13. Plus another 10. Plus another 10. Am I seeing double? Yeah, I think I'm seeing double. That would be crazy. Speed up. I'm not seeing double. This and this picture are different. No, I'm not seeing triple or double. Those are all individual pictures. Oh, good game, Al Hussein. All right, let me message somebody. Let me find, where's the, there you go. Hopefully somebody answer. If not, then I'll make a separate video. So there you have it. He's awake and is on fire. And can I find a Raven troop, a strong Raven troop like this one? So he's supposed to deal when he enters combat that ambush. Yeah, the little animation, that's the ambush effect, and I nailed that infantry troop in one go. Just to put things into consideration, let me remove him to show you the difference. So I will assign anybody else instead of that guy. Let me assign the cowboy. Okay. So with the cowboy, you see now I have cowboy and Steel Phoenix. He enters combat. He needs some time to smoke that troop, right? It's still fast. It's infantry, strong against the light thing. But let me switch back to Desert Jäger. Where is he? There you go. Desert Jäger. And let me revert. It doesn't matter. So now I'm going to engage. I left combat, so the ambush mode should kick in as soon as I engage. Boom. That's it. One shot. In combat, this officer will be fierce. I cannot wait to test him in combat.
Commander, our garrison will defend us.
Well, he's not that bad. What do you mean I thought he would hit harder? He's pretty good for infantry. But the real test is on a live battlefield against a real enemy. Yeah, the light tank versus artillery. Ooh, it will slap very hard. When he makes contact, boom, 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 it will be devastating. Yeah, the new effect is a telltale sign that the skill is active. So let me... And I have yet to find his healing, how fast he heals. He's gonna heal pretty fast. Since Spanner was not a bad officer at healing, Ashley was one of the best officer for healing. Now this one heals 5 times faster, 5% instead of 1%. That will be crazy. That's it. 2 shots, done. And the ambush effect is in action. Let's see for the critical strike. Let me find a bunker. Where's that guy? You find a bunker right there. You see how fast it will clear those enemies. Just reset the ambush. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said in previous stream regarding Jäger, is depending on how you use a light tank. And this is how you should use a light tank. You hit and run. Okay, you don't want to stand too long in combat because you lose units real quick. So if you can reset that skill every time, man, you'll be a menace. Oh, so quick. I just want to see the amount of critical strikes he deals. Yeah. I see a lot of those, so... I'm gonna move my base.
Commander, our garrison will defend.
Boom, like that. I will meet somebody in the middle so we can have a... We can do some test. No need to load up the officer skill. Yeah, that's even crazier. Exactly. Like, you enter combat, boom, you deal 600 damage right away. 8 seconds later, you deal another 600 plus the 1800. Where's my friend Ghost? I'm gonna stroll toward the middle. Hopefully I have enough jump to do so for free. Our friend Ali Hussein, he got super lucky, man. So while I stroll toward the middle, hopefully we can test them. Let's move on to our conquest, how we did, a recap on this event, what I think of that event. Salut Mag, j'ai Antonina et fils russe maintenant et j'aimerais travailler sur le 4e officier arty pour du base to base. Tu me conseilles Frost ou Flamme? Base to base, vas-y avec Frost. He's asking which officer should go between Frost, Fire, or Stinger Fist, or Flame. Frost Fire will deal more damage. Stinger Fist or Argent Flame, they are more for defense. They're good for offense on the field, but if you're looking for base to base, Frost will deal more damage, more tactical damage. All right. Stinger still amazing. Even Flame, even Argent Flame is great still, but on defense. So the Conquest, let me recap real quick if that interests you. This is the two faction. We have, this is the two faction. We played against SV47, Modern Warriors, GTJ. For me, G and J is the opposite in French, so I'm confused. And Assassin from Server 33, and in our coalition we have Brother in Arms, ourselves, Ask, Awesome Knights, and Nova. It was a pretty easy conquest. Like I said, it was a total victory. We finished all the mission, all the faction mission. If you look at the middle, we didn't capture the middle, but it doesn't matter. That if one of the alliance inside our faction capture it, we get the point as well. All in all, fairly easy event. So easy that after about 2 hours, everybody or the opposition was in safe zone. The intensity started to drop as our coalition build village toward the safe zone to kind of encapsulate the opposition. And at this stage, we made the decision to give more room to maneuver to our opposition. So what happened is we let SV-47 advance toward the land base to give them a chance to expand a little bit, and their allies, so Assassin and another alliance, I think, took the initiative, and they all built toward that region right there, toward the land base. And when they reach our claim land in that area right there, this is when we fought back. Our allies helped us a little bit, of course, but that had an effect to increase the intensity in terms of combat. That was a good moment. We had a few. This is when my base got blown up a few times. Then when we start to regain control, we went back to this safe zone battle, and we were waiting until the enemy would leave. We had a few friendly fights, but friendly fights are not really interesting. And 12 days before the conquest end, we declared a free-for-all, which our opposition was not a fan of. They thought we would betray them, but we didn't touch at any of their reward. We blocked BIA, we cut BIA, but then at the end of the conquest, we let them recapture the Marine base. So we didn't play with them, or we didn't jeopardize their objective by doing this free-for-all. This had the effect to create a lot of combat opportunities, a lot of action. We were fighting Nova, we were fighting Ask, we were fighting everybody. So all in all, we got all the objective, we got all the points, and we got all the kills, which is great, because usually when you win a conquest, when it's too easy, you get all the points, but you get very little kills, right? There's no action. And usually when you get a lot of kills, it's because you're losing, you're getting under attack, you're being under attack often. Yes, you make a lot of kills, but in the end, you don't collect much rewards. So we were very happy about this conquest because we got both objectives completed. So very happy about that. Ooh, keys, let's go. Where am I now? Can I travel? I can't even travel for free. So I don't think that it's going well for this testing phase. I don't think anybody is willing to participate in that. Let me check. No chance. I'm missing one coupon. I have to jump here for free, I guess. Not even. Nope. I don't even have enough points. Sucks to be me. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I will make a separate video about this officer just for the testing purpose. I want to make sure that you guys make the right choice. Anybody got lucky with those statues at the lounge? Please report in. Hey Kev, did the Hog get any officers, or he's not into the lounge? $200, 70. That's not too bad, Omar. That's average, I would say. That's your typical pool. you shouldn't be too upset. It's not like amazing, but it's not bad either. It's in between. Oh, guys, I want to highlight something. I want to talk about something. I'm hoping. Oh, he's working on the arbitrator. Oh, he's halfway. Man, Hawk with the arbitrator, that would be dangerous. Hawk got a pretty high collector level. He's higher than me. I know he got some good tech. Having the arbitrator, running to arbitrator would be not a good news for the opposition. Unit, let me get rid of those. That's not what I want to do. Remove. I've been working on my navy. Now that I finish Air Force, all I have to do is work on the navy. Look, Air Force. This is complete. My fighter is complete. And my second fighter is complete. I only need wrenches. I don't know, Kev. I don't think so. I know he's... No, I don't think he's going for the arbitrator. He should, though. I need to ask him, but I don't recall that he said he would go for the arbitrator. I don't recall that. I think it's a budget issue. So now all I collect is the Navy stuff, because when in 2 weeks, it will be Alexandria, which is also the Cairo adapted for Navy. I'll show you my Navy. And there will be a lot of water. So I better work on my Navy. I have been neglecting the Navy. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the Navy. But at this point, reality hits you hard. You have to work on the Navy. You don't have a choice. There's no option. I mean, you have the option not to work on the Navy. But is it gonna help your alliance? I don't think so. So this is my Navy so far. I do have a sub at level 160. It's a 8.2 stars. It is modified all the way. It got some pretty good parts. Everything is gold plus plus. Thank you. A real gold plus plus on top of it. I have a good with the anti-ship missile, 1520 power. I have a good propulsion, propulsion system at 1446, and I have a good torpedo, very good torpedo at 1625. Those sensor system are gold plus plus as well, and it is completed. It is max 8.2 except the wrenches. Now my guided missile destroyer, it's also at a level 160. It is modified all the way. The parts are not great. It's gold plus instead of gold plus plus. Everything is gold plus. Prototype, I need some gears. Now I have a few gears. All right, so I'm officially at a 8.1. Enhancement complete. Yahoo. Well, I upgraded to the kid class. How far can I go? Not very far, I think. 48. I have plenty. Oh, there. I'm blocked. I need more gears, more cogs. So yeah, not the greatest missile destroyer, but I'm working on that. And now for the aircraft carrier, I traded a main battle tank, a Liberty main battle tank for the aircraft. Aircraft carrier. It's currently at level 80. Can I upgrade at level 90? Yeah, I can. Is it? Is it worth it? I'm not sure. It is not modified at all. I'm missing gears, as you can see. I have nothing. Parts, gold plus. Nothing crazy. Prototype, well, obviously, I don't have any more bullets or gears, so it will stay at 8 stars until I finish my guided missile destroyer. In terms of officers, during that conquest, after we complete all our mission, I was able to collect a handful, not a handful, a many handful of statues, officer, so I could awaken Captain Unbeaten. My objective is to work on the armored destroyer. I do have one. I need a reversed engineer prototype to switch any Martyr's Watch unit into that ship, the armored destroyer. Very useful to tank a base. I need to awaken now a Surf Strider. As of right now, Captain Unbeaten and Surf Strider are the best officer for that ship. If you want to tank a base, you need shield officers, you need damage resist officers, and those are the only ones so far, or the best one by default. So I need to work on him.
Sun, surf, and sand.
I didn't like the Navy at first, but then I started maxing out an aircraft carrier, which is satisfying to play. It is, especially on defense. Subs are fun, but the rest of the Navy just feel like RT and SH. Yeah, it's kind of slow paced. It's not much strategy going on, to be honest, Kev. I agree with you on this one. The sub, however, like you said, you play it differently. You ambush troops. I like this type of gameplay. You benefit from stealth, and you can ambush a lot of ships, especially reserves. I like that. Let me do my daily, guys. Unless somebody message me. JVP1, what do you want? That's your base? What about your base? Oh, you're under stress, eh? What's happening there? So your alliance, you're fighting against TWA? You are in the same coalition as Hun. Hun, no, wait. Is that it? Or okay, you're playing in silver probably. That's why you have 4 alliances in your coalition. On the right side, you're kind of blocked by TBX, or are you playing with them or against TBX? On the left side, looks like you have the coast clear, but you're running into a roadblock by 21G. Is that what I think? If you're a free player, isn't worth it to save everything just for Navy? No, I don't think so, time space. Because you kind of need both. All the new maps, it will be with Navy. I don't know if you heard the news by the other content creator. So what's happening is there's no more Moscow. There's no more San Francisco. There's no more New York and no more Rome. All those maps are being converted into kind of the same city, but with water. So you will have some land fighting and Navy fighting. So you kind of need both. At least have one decent ship and one decent tank and one decent jet. I think that's how everybody's gonna play, unless you are a spender and then you can focus or push something in particular. But most of the time, those free-to-play player will have one of each. That's what I think. Okay. And I'm not a Navy fan either. If you look, there was a little bit of fighting in the water in that section right there when we declared the free-for-all. So when we did, we started to build toward BIA. We cut him off. And then there was SV-47 and Modern Warriors. They started to build as well, and there was like a massive naval battle in that area. But that's the only naval battle I saw or I witnessed. Most of the time, the fight was on land. Now with Alexandria, there's more water. Maybe it will be more important to have a stronger navy. I don't know. But you do need the navy. There's no way around it. Oh, by the way, friends, we decided in this conquest to give touch reward to our opposition. We were the only alliance to offer them a touch reward, and I think they really appreciate that. They were very cool with us, even if they were part of the opposition. They fought to the best of their ability, and we decided to give them touch reward. They were very happy about that. And that's a good way, in my opinion, to finish a conquest. You're not forced to give touch reward, of course. You don't have to if you don't feel like it. But I think that it was important for me just to make this conquest less distressful. Thank you, sir, for that sub. Like, it doesn't cost us anything, right? Give it touch reward, they collect a few gold, and they finish this conquest on a good note. So we made a lot of friends. We made more friends from the opposition than from our allies. I'm not gonna say bad things, but I hope I will play against Nova and Ask next conquest. I mean, it's nothing personal. I don't know anybody in real life. We behave in chat and everything, but I didn't like the way they behave. It's more of a leadership issue, I would guess. But yeah. Anyways, not gonna say anything else. Can you log into Sing Song account? I don't think I can log into Sing Song account. I don't know him. That's what they're doing, Time Space. They are recycling those maps into Navy maps. Alexandria, it's exactly the same thing as Cairo, but with water. Vancouver is exactly the same thing as San Francisco, but with water. And Hawaii will probably be the same map as New York with water. And Iceland will probably be the same map as Moscow, but with water. So they are just recycling maps, and there will be no more Moscow. It's over. It's finished. Maybe the mega whales have the Navy research. I don't. I'm still far away.
You told me this would be rock and roll.
What can I collect? Those two blueprints. And with those blueprints, maybe I can open a decent blueprint, as the paratrooper was so disappointing. Let's open those two. Nothing. Let's open those random one, and nothing. Okay, no surprise here. I didn't expect anything anyways. This is the tech in Dominion Core. This is where I am right now. This is naval troop firepower by camp. So I'm at this juncture right there. Okay, 1.5, it goes up to 15%. So that will be important. Some good research for the Navy. Then we have resource yield. Then firepower by camp. And then base and troop damage resist. It goes up to 5%. And then we have, Navy HP per camp. And more damage intensity. Damage resist, and this is damage intensity. Then at this juncture, you're blocked here unless there's a rule about to unlock phase 2. Dominion Core techs unlock in phases based on the research progress of commanders across all servers. Okay, the current Dominion Core tech phase is phase 2. Okay, so we reached phase 2 already. All right. Now phase 3 is locked. It will depend of the server. Mag, you will not try. Try what? The new officer? I have no target. Unless I solo somebody. But I have very little reserves. I could solo this guy, and by the time, yeah, he's not gonna fight back. What does he have? Honestly, it's too risky. He have like subpar units. I have nobody in neutral village that I can smoke. Let me look if somebody is lost in a neutral village. I'm trying to find a target, but the alliance is locked. We're in the Conquest. It's not ideal to conduct testing. You don't control anything. When we will be back in a level 3 city, you can make sure that I will test. Oh, we have somebody here. His base is full. Yep. Can I jump there? No, this is not our claim land. I will jump there.
Do you want the blues? I am glad
Commander, our
Where is he?
garrison will defend us.
He's right there. Okay. Oop. I will plot my base right there. You love the Navy, Payam? What do you love about the Navy? Which unit, which ship you love to play, and how or why you love the Navy? Oh, that was our land? So I'm gonna... There you go. Thanks, Kev. I will save some time. Oop. I saw a unknown truck. That's why I thought it was not our land, but he's farming in our land. How dare you? Hello, Dong. Or Young, should I say. Oh, you're not gonna build Navy, Shroom Shady. Not at all. So how are you guys gonna survive a Navy map? Yeah, thank you. I'm just too far away. All right. So we have to blow up his base first. He doesn't have a strong base, so he must not have strong troops, but we'll do it anyways for the sake of that is the field setup. Apply. I'm gonna tank with what? The main battle tank?
Told me this would be rock and roll. Is the word
I can try that.
gonna be so exciting?
I'm too lazy to change.
A storm is coming.
You know what? I will put a shield. I will wear this shield. Will that be enough to smoke this guy?
We are reloading.
Maybe. Yeah, that went quicker than expected. Not gonna lie. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't port.
Commander.
Ooh, 11.5 million. Yeah, it doesn't have great troops.
Man fleets low.
Let me try to knock down. I will. What's his best howitzer? This one? 39, 29. I will knock down this howitzer with my bomber. All right, and this one as well. Or maybe not. Maybe not. So I have Desert Jäger. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, jeez. So I will test the healing. Let's see the healing, how fast it heals. I will disengage from combat. Oh, it heals pretty fast. I don't think I lost any unit. And I just delivered a slobber knocker, busting his howitzer almost in one shot. Did I lose? No, I didn't lose anything. Well, that is nuts. Well, this one will disappear instantly. It's so small. Let me zoom in. That's it. But it was a weaker one, so I will heal again. Not by... I don't think I lost a lot of HP. So now let me knock down this helicopter. Yeah, but he's a small guy. Don't get too excited, okay? He's not a whale per se. He hits hard. Now he damaged me a little bit, but I didn't lose a single unit yet. So let's see the healing again. Yeah, it heals fast. It heals pretty fast. So let's look at this guy. He got a pretty... Yeah, he stand no chance, but let's find out. Bang, bang, bang. Wow, that's it. He barely damaged me. So let me just switch right now. Let me remove this guy. Remove. And let me put Spanner. Just so we can see, we can tell the difference. How fast he heals. Oh, I didn't have time. He healed instantly. Okay, never mind. I want to compare the healing. I don't think that's the main point of this officer, but regardless, when he enters combat, he He hit hard, very hard, and he heals fast too. So, so far, not disappointed at all.
Will disbender.
Your order, Captain.
Ooh, Iceman, good job. So your account is at 400 million and your best navy has gears up to level 62 out of 60 and I cannot upgrade more. So you have a pretty decent ship. Hey, Zachary, yeah, 2 shots, Johnson. That's it, 2 shots gone. That light tank will be an absolute menace against howitzer. Imagine if you can knock down a howitzer in 2 shots. You can probably knock down 3 howitzers in under 8 seconds before he casts the tactical skill at you, which that would be insane. If you are in your base and being attacked, is it better to have units with damage intensity or firepower on your artillery inside your base as skills? You go with damage intensity. Did you see Scope's latest video? He weighed the firepower versus damage intensity, and if you didn't see this video, you should see it. It's interesting. It's technical, but the to make a long story short, 15% damage intensity is better than 40% firepower. On this test, he tested on artillery because I think that damage intensity also boosts the officer skill. As a firepower, it does not. So what he did is he fired twice a regular attack at the base, and then he cast the tactical skill once, then a recall. Is that credible? I don't know. Well, in combat, not really, because you cannot decide which unit or which base you attack and how long you do. But regardless, based on this test, if you have a choice between 15% damage intensity and 40% firepower, in your head you would think, wow, 40% firepower is much better, but it's not. Damage intensity is better. My observation is for HP, a unit that have a shield benefits more in HP than damage resist. But we're talking about another topic here. Okay. Are you in one right now? The one, no, that wasn't addressed to me. All right. So if you have a question, let me know. I want to talk about one last topic while we're live. I talked a little bit before as I saw Vilnazi. She reminded me of something happened. You know, Vilnazi, I think she made a post or a video about a commander that was stat padding. He was getting fed kills just to collect the God of War skin. Okay, the God of War skin, it's in that event, the Road to Valor. So basically, if you are if you finish in first place, you collect that God of War skin. That is a cool skin, I'm not gonna lie. It gives you 5% base and troop damage intensity, and it gives you 5% base and troop damage resist. It's cool looking, it's exclusive, it means that you are a tough, a dedicated, a passionate commander that is very active. Right now, only 8 days, 22 hours until the end of the event. Mr. Khan will win the skin once again, then Astrofall second place, and myself third place. As of right now, no more points can be added as the conquest is over. Now you have the Brave Spat Season 1. The Brave Spat Season 1 if you fight in a legendary 1 or a legendary 2 battlefield, you have a chance to collect an exclusive base skin, but only the first 20 commanders will obtain the skin. If you look at the rank reward, first place you have the skin at level 3, second place to 10th place you have the skin at level 2, and 11th place to 20th place you have the skin at level 1. Once again, it's an exclusive skin, but this one gives you better buff. It's like a classic skin, and needless to say, there's a lot of competition, okay? But only the strongest and the most active will win, unless you're ready to purchase your kills. And somebody, I need to share you a picture. Let me share you that picture. Hopefully it will come up good. Somebody sent me that via Discord. I'll bring it up to screen right there. Maybe you cannot read it, but what it says is he made a post on Discord, I believe. The player's name, Big Arm Azat, is in GOT currently. And he say, my brother, I'll explain why. I need a lot of points to be one of the 20 to get the skin. If you know somebody you trust, I need a lot of kill to earn a lot of points. I can pay if it's necessary for me. It's very important. My brother, can you find me the people who can give me the points? So basically, what he's saying is he's openly broadcasting a message saying that, listen, I need some kills. I'm ready to pay if you donate your troops to my base. Where is this guy? Where is that guy? Where are you? Did he change his name? I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his name. Ah, there you go. That's the guy. He's in 96th place. Ooh, that's a lot of kills. He got 59 million kills or 59 million points. Okay. And he needs... Wow. He need 110 million points. No, he need 10 million. 10 million points. It doesn't matter. At this point, he needs a lot of points to be able to reach the 20th place and to keep his ranking top 20, because the event will still last 2 more Conquest, I believe. So what do you think about this guy? I don't want to throw him under the bus, because let's face it, if you look at the first 10 commanders, maybe more than that, but I know for a fact that most of those commanders in top 10, they are shared accounts, meaning that the owner may play the game, but most of the time it's somebody else who plays for him. So the owner doesn't even make his own kills. He asks somebody to help him kill for him. Is it donation? No, it's not donation. They're not trading kills or anything. But still, I mean, nothing is organic. It's all shared accounts. I mean, Sing Song, you have more than one pilot. So that account is always online. And he got a good base. You see how much point he have, 636 million points next to Yongar, which is also a good player. But Yongar, I'm pretty sure it's a shared account. Azerbaijan, I'm positive it's a shared account. All these guys, 99% sure all of them are shared accounts. You cannot be online and living a normal life while being competitive in this game as they are. It's impossible. Either you have no life, or you're trust fund kids, or I don't know, you won the lottery. If that's the case, that good for them. I'm happy for them. But just to put things into perspective, like, this is not a one-man show, okay? Those players are helped by pilots who played this account for them while they sleep or while they work or whatever the case may be. But that guy, he clearly said, listen, I'll give you my money if you send me your troops that I will destroy. So at this point, it's kind of ridiculous because, listen, it's a game, right? If you're willing to pay somebody to give you kills, then maybe you're not in the right game. I don't know, but it sounds ridiculous that you're willing to pay. And how much are you willing to spend? Just buy a skin elsewhere, you get the same bonus. Of course, you won't have the exclusivity. You don't have the exclusive skin, but still, does it really mean something to you if you don't deserve it? I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous in a way, but in other ways, who cares? I mean, the skin is not going to change anything. So, whatever. I don't know. I find this weird. Yeah, he's way too low. He have no chance. I mean, Kev, let me find this guy again. He's in 98th place, 96th place. How much kills can he get to not only reach the top 20, but to stay in the top 20? And how much is he willing to give for how much kills? And that person needs to be in a conquest as well. So what's going to happen is when they meet and they start their little scheme, I'm pretty sure that somebody will snitch them and destroy them just to spoil their little party. I don't know, man. It's the definition of pay to win has a whole new meaning now. Crazy. I love the aircraft carrier in the big army group battle. Yeah, that is true. It's a good ship. How can you get that much of kill? Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest, even skill isn't enough. I guess you need share and donation. Yep, pretty much. By the way, Rum Arm OG is doing the same thing during combat drill. He feeds his main account kills every combat drill. Really does that? For combat drill. Why? Why? He doesn't need to do that. He have everything. Like, combat drill gives you statues, but he have everything he needs. Why would you do that? It's ridiculous. I know that in this conquest, the legendary one, that's another thing I want to talk about. So this one, all the big boys are there. GOT, 27NT, SVG, 300 versus S30, MDAF, S40, F2P. If you remember, S40 and F2P, sorry, S40, F2P and S30 played in the same coalition. MDAF said, no, we're not going to play in your coalition. If you want to be ally, S40 and F2P in the same alliance or the same faction, we're not going to do that. It's not going to be balanced, so we're going to switch coalition. They switch coalition, so it was a 3 versus 5, okay? What happened is S40 and F2P made most of the killing because they were under a lot of pressure. All right, they got a shit ton of kills. Let me show you something. I have a nice spreadsheet just to show you how crazy it was. Let me bring it up to the screen. So this is a week of killing. If you look at S40, they started they didn't start the conquest, but they started a specific week. Yeah, they started July 6th, 2025, they started with 476 million kills. And a week later, they finished with 482 million kills. So that was an increase of 5,189,722 kills. That's how much kills they harvested in 1 week. Then we have F2P. They harvested 4 million kills, 4.5 million kills. And then S30, it's a much smaller alliance. They only got 1.5 million kills altogether in 1 week. If you look at the opposition, SVG did fine, got have the most of the kills, 2.2 million, MDAF not even a million, and 27 NT barely over a million. So S40 did pretty much all of the kills, so much that toward the end got MDAF, I think they were trading kills, or they were having a friendly fight, because what I heard is most of the commanders in MDAF, like almost 80% of them, didn't achieve their 25,000 kill mission. That's crazy. And it's not because MDAF, they're not good. It's they don't belong in that battlefield. They're not a true Legendary 1 alliance. Not to downplay them by any mean. They wanted to be in Legendary 1, so you have to respect that. However, they were not ready for it. They were cannon fodder. So that's why they were trading kills. Whatever. I mean, it was a weird conquest. Yes, the two strongest teams decided to play on the same side, and that's what happened. It creates all sort of drama, and it upset the balance. So whatever, that's their business. I'm not gonna judge anyone here. It's everybody's fault. For me, you're the best player of Warpath because you still like to keep a pay-to-win game fair, while some guys want more and more, even using scripts, shared account, donation. I've never used scripts or did donate kills. I don't think. I mean, it's a game, but it's more of a mindset. In life, you have to deserve it, and you have to work hard to own it. If you get everything for free, then there's no challenge, right? And sometimes you win a conquest, sometimes you lose, but a defeat helps you adjust and find a solution for the next conquest. If you keep winning if you keep winning easily, where's the challenge? You get lazy, you get tired, and you abandon the game. So that sometimes, yeah, you lose, sometimes you win, but a loss, there's nothing to laugh at. It happened to everyone, and that's how you get motivated to keep playing this game. I like to keep it organic. Yes, JVP. Yes, that was a famous statement. Yeah, SVG, they said they would take F2P settlement. Yeah, it didn't work out at all. They got they hit a speed bump, to say the least. That speed bump was in reality a brick wall. So they had no chance. I mean, it's still a powerful alliance, but they're not ready yet for a Legendary 1. They cannot be like the top dog alliance. Still a decent alliance, even with the no money accounts in SVG. That's not enough. They need more than that. Yeah, Ali, and even, like I say, it's a mindset. And even if you only play a game, when you disconnect the game, when you shut down the game, nothing else matters, right? But usually somebody that is willing to pay for kills may be willing to do the same type of stuff in real life. And maybe I'm judging him, but I don't know. Usually what happened in the game, sometime it happened in real life. And at the end, yeah, you collect the skin, but Are you proud of what you did? Did you really achieve something? And aren't you afraid to get mocked by other commanders? Hey, that's the guy who paid for his kills. Who will want you as a commander? Who will want? Which alliance will want you after you did that? You know, I don't know, man. I'm nobody here to judge anyone, but I don't see the point. If you're ready to pay, just buy the damn skin and just be a better commander. I don't know. Kind of easy to say, but for me, it doesn't change anything. Double RT, double RB. Next event will be fun. I hope there's still a land battle. Yeah, there will be some land battle, Kev. You're not the only one who think the Navy stink. I'm sure that 90% of all the commander rather fight on land than with the Navy. I guarantee you that. But sooner or later, we will get used to the Navy. As long as there's more land fighting, I will be happy. But yeah, double arbitrator, that will be... Oh man, imagine like the bases, even with the blue walls, even fully buffed. 2 arbitrator, that CJ base. You look at your battle report, you killed like 20 reserves. It's hard to accept. Maybe they will release an officer to counter him. I don't know. We'll see. I'm collecting everything Navy. I have to work on the Navy. I can't believe I just said that. Whatever. Not a big fan, but it is what it is. Well, as long as you have 1 arbitrator and 1 good super heavy tank. If you have 2 super heavy tank, 2 good super heavy tank, one of them have the arbitrator, I think we're not gonna do too bad. All right, friends, 1 hour and a half into this stream. Can I find another target? I don't think so. Let me just finish my daily and then let me look for somebody. Somebody near, that is. There's nobody. The conquest is over. Oh, there's somebody here. Ooh, that. Oh, a better base. A perfect base for that. Oh, yes.
Commander, our garrison will defend us.
I asked Lilith if they could do something about the commander name with the faction and with the buffs and the title or the little God of War logo. That's just too much. Can they make that smaller, or could we have the option to disable this? It is so annoying. It is way too big. At least make it smaller. It's bothering me. Time space, is that a question for me about Spader? No. 2 minutes ETA. ETA. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. It's too bad that the lounge open when the conquest is over. I feel like the timing is not the best. But what can I do? But so far, I can't say I'm disappointed about the Desert Jäger. I think he will be a great addition in my army. I will try him on the main battle tank. I will try him on the light tank. I will test him with other officers to see what's the increase of power. I'm getting closer. While I'm getting closer, is there another base I can test? Nope. That's going to be the guy. Yeah, Kev. So what you have to do is the super heavy with arbitrator that have to engage the base in second or in sequence. He needs to be, let's say, 3 or 4 grids away. That's the only way you can deal with that delay. So the super heavy tank with arbitrator, the first one, he engaged the base, and then 4 grids away, the other super heavy advance, and he will engage the base, let's say 4 seconds after the first super heavy. This way you should be able to benefit from those 2 arbitrators. That's how I think it should be done. Cédric, la 2 ou la 4? Which one? Second or fourth? The second. Both are good. If you're looking for a universal skill that can be, you can train any unit with this one. But if you only have tanks, or if it's for a tank, I would go with this one, in my opinion. Load time reduction with the critical strike, it's I think it's the only one so far. And this one, 30%. In most cases, it's 25% damage intensity. You can find this elsewhere. So I would go with this one if I would be you. Yeah, swim, Shady. We agree. Absolutely. Rapier is actually a better pair with Desert Jäger than Steel Phoenix. Why is that? Fait plaisir, Cédric. Okay, let's smoke this guy. Hopefully he won't teleport. It's a bigger base. Now I have a few howitzer. Hopefully he's not gonna port away. I will knock down this anti-tank gun. Oh, a nice infantry. Oh, I like that. I will knock down another howitzer. I just don't want to get spam with howitzers. Now this is the moment of truth. Sneak out. Zoom in. Oh! Oh my god! I didn't lose a single tank. I don't think I lost a single tank. Oh, that was a stronger howitzer. Not the best, but it was definitely stronger, and I knocked this unit real quick. Ooh. I'm healed. And let's go with this infantry. I want to see how much critical strike I deal. The shield is doing great so far. I'm not losing any units because the shield is too strong, and the HP I gain, I recover from Phoenix, offset the damage I take. Let me just break contact. Oop. I'm gonna heal up. Ooh, I like this officer. Ooh. I'm already healed. I didn't lose much. So I'm gonna strike him again. And usually this infantry with those two officers is pretty hard to crack. They're super durable. Yeah, I deliver a lot of critical strike. Didn't lose anything. I will disengage and wait until he disappeared. That's too bad. I wanted to test his light tank. I know the outcome, but I just wanted to see it from with my eyes. Yeah, it could be, but there will be more testing. Schwim. Oh yeah, it's much better than Spanner. Spanner heals 1%, Desert Jäger 5%. So do the math. He's 5 times better. Nobody else. Oh. That's definitely a farmer. Yeah. No more. Healing definitely broken. Yeah, good healing. Guys, that's it. That's it for today. I'm gonna go for my night run. Unless there are more questions. Well, the infantry had the right field officer, then it would be a better, yes, if he had bear, let's say, that would be a different outcome. But that infantry was not dealing damage enough to degrade my unit. I was doing damage though, more than I expected, because those troops with those two officers, they're pretty hard. They're really resilient. Anyways, friends, so stay tuned. As soon as the alliance unlock, I will run some tests. I know that Deathwish made a video about that officer on the field, but I will show you more tests, more real tests with the light tank and how to play with that officer. As you saw, you attack and then you retreat, so you heal up, then you get back into the action and strike with that 600 damage from the ambush mode. So I will take my time and make sure that you guys get all the information if you consider this officer. I think it will be great for the light tank and even main battle tank. So if you're a tank guy, and you're looking for the real deal, the best of the best, the Desert Jäger is a good option, I believe. That's it for today's run. Good game, everyone. For those who just started Alexandria, have a good conquest. We will start our Alexandria in about 2 weeks. Until then, friends. Merci, Cédric. Until then, friends, I wish you a great day or great night, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.